Hey everyone, I'm Sumek Agarkar and welcome to Agarkar Media Academy. This is the 36th video in Blender tutorial series for beginners. So in the last tutorial, we saw cloth simulation, we saw how to create a cloth, we also saw how to create fast pillow using the internal pressure settings of cloth simulation. Okay, so in this tutorial, we are going to look at, as I've already discussed and already promised, that we are going to look at some force fields onto the cloth simulation to just create some awesome looking animations. So this is what we were at. We don't need it, so we are just going to delete it, delete everything out. For a plane, basically we want a flag, so we are just going to add a plane. Okay, and in the edit mode we are just going to stretch it one ways, because it should, well, look like like a flag. So we're just going to create a flag like structure, and we are just going to subdivide it from center, so that, where is it, yeah, so that the subdivisions are equal. Okay, now select all and subdivided it a few times. Let's say 10 should look great. 10 is not looking great, so let's go for 20. Okay, okay, cool. This much of geometry is enough for us to work with cloth simulation for a flag. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are just going to rotate it in x direction, no, in y direction, and 90 to make it upright. Okay, let's grab it upwards. Okay, now we have already seen how to make it a cloth. Just go to cloth, and that's it, it's a cloth now. As simple as that. But what we want now is that we want some part of this. Basically, if you have seen a flag, uh, two parts, the uh, in one side, one part and the second part, the top part and the bottom part are tied to a rope. Okay, and the middle part is just free. So the topmost part and the bottommost part of one side is tied to a rope, and that is the kind of simulation that we want, that we uh, wish to have. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to go to the edit mode. We are just going to select these 3 or 4, let's say, vertices here, and also the same in the bottom as well. Okay, so we have 4 vertices selected in the top, 1 2 3 4, and the 4 vertices selected in the bottom, 1 2 3 4. Now without selecting or deselecting anything, we are just going to go to the object data properties. So go to the object data properties, make a new vertex group. We have already seen how to create shape keys and vertex groups. It is the same thing that we are trying to do here. Create a new vertex group. Let's call it pin, because we are basically pinning the two objects. And let's assign the um, assign the vertices to this pin vertex group. Okay. Now the part is done. Now let's go back to the cloth settings. Let's go to the object data properties, object mode. Sorry, in the cloth simulation, in the settings, in the bottom we will have something called property weights. Okay, in the property weights, or let me see, should be in properties weight or force field. Yeah, in force field, effector fields, we just want, no, not this one, sorry. I think it was in self collision, vertex group, pin, in shape, yeah, sorry, in pin it was there. We of course want self collision, but we don't want vertex group. Okay, just in shape, inside of shape we have pin group, and pin we want the pin vertex data that we have defined here, vertex group, as the pin group. Okay, here stiffness, keep it as it is. There is no, we can just use it to understand what's going on. Now let's just play it. So before pinning it, we saw that whenever we play the simulation, the entire cloth falls down. Okay, now that we have pinned the vertices, now let's play the animation. Now you can see that the 4 vertices here and the 4 vertices here are just holding up. Now the object is again going through itself, so I think this needs to be increased. Okay, that should not happen, and I think that is it. Okay, so this is how a flag should look like. Let's give it smooth, and you can see how a flag is looking like. Okay, Cool. This is very cool. But how about a waving flag? This is just a simple flag which is not going to wave. It is just falling down. Only the two parts are being clipped or pinned, and everything else is just falling down because of the gravity. I don't want that. I want the flag to be waving with a wind. But for that, we need wind. So how to add wind? So inside of the add basic, the same add properties here, add either from here or from shift A. Here we have something called as force fields. Here you can see there are so many different things which we can use here. We're not going to of course go through all of them. We are just going to go through some of them. Um, Wind basically is what we want right now. Okay, so as soon as I give it a wind, here you can see this is the direction we want the wind to be starting from here and to be rotated in this direction, right? Something like this. And we want, let's say, the um, size to be more. Okay, and now let's just play it, and now you can see there is little effect on how the wind is playing up. uh, of course we can go to the options here. No, not that options of course, but yeah, inside of physics panel we can have the strength to be increased. Okay, you can just increase the strength, and now slowly you'll be able to see how it is going to affect the object. Okay, maybe this is not working, maybe not that also. Let's just try to increase the size. It should work basically, I don't know why. Let's give it something like 50. Let's give it something like 500. Now yes, of course, now you can see that it is somewhat waving. We can give it something like 1000 and it starts to move a lot. Let's give it something like 2000. Now you can see that it will start waving like anything. Wow. So this is what I wanted. A flag which is waving. Of course, when you are rendering it out, just don't render it from the beginning, because now you know that the actual rendering of the flag starts from something like 150. So just um, render from 150 onwards to 250 and something like that, so that you can have a real cloth sim. Okay, so this is really 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 cool, and now you know how to use this kind of things inside of Blender to give some realistic looking animations. Of course in the beginning it looks different, but otherwise once it starts simulating after 150 seconds or so, it becomes really great. Let's just increase the sample the frames to 500 so that it goes for a longer period of time. Start from the beginning, and hopefully it will just continue even after that. And now you can see that it is working great. Of course this has to do something with the settings. Okay, so we're not going to go through all of it. We just understood what kind of things need to be done, and there are some these of the settings which we can just experiment with to get different kind of results. For instance, if the mass, let's just make it 250 again. If the mass of the vertex is low, then it will um, eventually flow more. So now when it is less, you can see it is not directly falling down, and it just starts waving right from there 0.5, and it just starts moving from it is now heavier, so it falls down 0.05, and you can see it just starts flowing from there inward in there. Okay, it does not fall down, and this is what I wanted to show you. Air viscosity is 0, then it will just becomes bad. If the air viscosity is high, it resists. Okay, 0.5 should do great from beginning. Yes, this is looking great. So you can of course experiment with different stuff. I think the wind amount is too high, if also we have uh, increase the decrease the size too much, that's why it's not working well. But you get the point. You just need to play around with different settings and you will get different results. And this is how, um, of course there are other force fields also. Of course, you are not going to go through all of them. Even I have not gone through all of them as of now, because not everything is important. Mostly turbulence and wind are the two which are mostly used. There are others. I haven't used it as of now, so I have no idea. Maybe once I use it and maybe it is of use, then I'll show you. Otherwise, there is no use much. Mostly wind and turbulence does the job. So I hope you learned a lot from this video also. uh, Basically this wind is exactly same that we could have also used in the smoke simulation as well. So if you have a wind going in one direction, then the smoke will go in that direction, just follow the wind. Even same with the fire. Fire will just follow the wind. What for water? Water will just turn its trajectory a little bit if there is um, a definite amount of wind against its flow. Okay, so these are the kind of stuff. So let's say you are having a fountain and you're just giving it a wind from one side, then the water will go up, but rather than falling down it will just go sideways and fall down, right? So something like realistic water simulation, realistic wind simulation basically can be done using the wind force field. Turbulence is same. Turbulence just gives some jagginess to the same windy effect, and that is what it is used for. So I hope you learned a lot from this video. In next video we are going to look at some rigid body simulation, physics simulation, basically two things colliding and then changing the shapes and stuff like that. So just be prepared for that. One more important notification, you can say that, which I've already told you, that I am just planning to start a Discord server for our channel so that we can have a community and discuss our problems and also share our work within ourselves. Just create a good community of you know learners and teachers and artists and stuff like that. So if anything goes well with it, I'll just notify you about the Discord server in the future videos. I'm just planning to have the Discord server. If you are interested in joining, please do comment down in the comment section below and let me know that you're interested in joining such a Discord server where we are just creating a community of artists. So, see you in the next tutorial. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning.